Good afternoon. These are your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for Friday, August 21st, 2026. Thanks for listening. I'm Noah Allen. Utah Valley University will not hold classes on the one-year anniversary of the killing of Charlie Kirk, which happened on UVU's campus. Kirk was speaking outside on September 10th when he was shot by a sniper. The suspected killer was later arrested and is awaiting trial. KSL News reports an email from UVU said healing continues in different ways for each member of our university community. As we approach September 10th, the one-year anniversary of the tragic events surrounding Charlie Kirk's death, to provide time and space for reflection, service, and connection, UVU will close operations that day. The school will hold its annual Day of Caring Service Day on September 10th, and will include breakfast and a service project at Trailside Elementary School in Vineyard. The email said it is an opportunity to come together and continue healing through helping others. Reservations for tours of the recently renovated Salt Lake Temple will be available starting Tuesday, September 1st. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints says reservations will be available starting at 11 a.m. Mountain Time through templesquare.org and the Temple Square app. According to a news release from the church, there will also be a celebration for the Salt Lake Temple that will run from April 5th through October 1st, 2027, which will give visitors an opportunity to tour the renovated temple and take part in exhibits, performances, and other activities at Temple Square. Individual guests can reserve up to 6 tickets. Larger groups, including families, church groups, and community organizations, can submit a reservation request. If you do not want to reserve tickets, walk-up reservations will be available, though they will be limited to a first-come, first-served basis. Tour times will run from 8:40 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and noon to 8 p.m. on Sundays. Reservations are recommended for temple tours, but they are not required for the broader Salt Lake Temple celebration. Officials say more tickets will be released in batches in the future if people can't get their preferred date or time. You can also follow Temple Square on social media at Visit Temple Square on Instagram or Temple Square on Facebook, or join the email notification list to learn when more tickets are available at templesquare.org. And if you cannot attend the time that you have reserved, it is asked that you return the tickets so other guests may have the opportunity to attend. Idaho State Police is breaking ground on a new forensic services laboratory in Meridian, a $29 million project the agency says will expand its ability to process evidence and support law enforcement across the state. The new lab will be about 20,000 square feet and is expected to be completed in January of 2028. According to a news release from the ISP, 3 people are scheduled to speak at Tuesday's groundbreaking ceremony: Governor Brad Little, Idaho State Police Director Colonel Bill Gardner, and Matthew Gamet, the Director of ISP Forensic Services. Gardner says the new facility will help the state keep up with advances in forensic technology and the demands on its laboratories. The lab will include DNA casework, latent print examination, digital forensics, and ballistics analysis. ISP says its forensic services system received more than 16,000 case submissions in fiscal year 2026, including more than 3,700 DNA samples. The agency says its forensic services support 114 law enforcement agencies, prosecutors in all 44 Idaho counties, 14 public defenders' offices, and 44 coroners. Gamet, who oversees the forensic laboratory system, is also expected to speak about the need for additional capacity and modern facilities. The new facility will also support emerging technology, including plans to establish whole genome sequencing for advanced DNA analysis. Governor Brad Little is also scheduled to speak at the ceremony. The project is funded with Federal American Rescue Plan Act money provided to Idaho. ISP says moving some forensic disciplines into the new building will also free up space in its existing laboratory for chemistry, toxicology, DNA database operations, and alcohol analysis. The groundbreaking ceremony is set for Tuesday at 1:30 a.m. at Idaho State Police Headquarters in Meridian. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio evening headlines for August 21st, 2026. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. You can also just ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Noah Allen.